Talk, and we're back with episode 2. I'm your host, Gabby, owner of Only for Fly Girls Boutique, and today I'm here with two business ladies, and you guys can introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Stu, owner of SweatsByStew. I make streetwear.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Whitney. I am owner of Prima Lash and Beauty Supply. Also, I'm owner of Prima Lash and Beauty Bar, located on 35th and Halsted.
Okay, so ladies, we're going to talk more about business. So, you two ladies have successful businesses. I love it. So, how do you go about paying yourself? Like, do you pay yourself more, or do you make sure you invest more than you pay yourself? And then how do you maintain your lifestyle? But okay, I'm finna trick off on myself, but I do got a business, cause your business is like your child. You got to take care of it. So how do you guys balance
That's a good question.
money? It's so scary. It's so scary.
Okay, my overall, I have so many different streams of income. So different things pay for different things. So my first business paid for my second business. So I never ever took income out of it because I just personally never needed to, because I had different other streams of income, not only the business. I had different vending machines and my webinars, just ebooks, just thinking outside of the book, how to make a whole bunch of income. YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
So when I did, somebody was like, hey, you really need to start paying yourself. But I thought it was more important for me to just 100% reinvest. Now, honestly, I can say that is the reason why I grew so quick. I never took a profit. But when I did my research, hey, how much do I supposed to pay myself? You're only supposed to get paid 5% of the business.
5%?
What's
Girl,
that?
I thought it was 30%.
Who did told you that? It's 5%.
No, and in the first 5 years, you're not supposed to be
profitable. You're just supposed to recoup your investment.
Yep.
So 5%, you gotta really be making some money to even see a profit for yourself.
Exactly.
Yep.
So I'm still growing my business, but to me, what's more important right now is investing versus paying myself, because I just feel like I'm gonna find another way on the back end to,
Right.
And then wait.
Girl, go.
How do I manage the lifestyle? Refer back to the last question. Get you a nigga who got it.
Breadwinner.
Yep.
So how do you?
Or have a sale, or do something extra.
Yes.
But I had to learn to balance.
Yeah.
When I first started my business, I danced, so I always invested all my money. And I would have a cap of what I wanted to make. So let's just say I danced Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I would say, okay, Stu, you're gonna make $5,000. You're gonna put $4,000 into SweatsByStew. You're gonna take $1,000. You're gonna go out with that. If I wanted to make extra money to buy me a purse or pay something, I would go make that money. That's my method.
Smart. That's so smart.
I like.
So I learned this method just by going through the motions of having a business. If I needed to pay something, I would make the money. I would extra promote.
So
I would
a sale or something.
I would have a sale. I would do buy one get one free. I would do extra things that brought in money.
Grants. I put that
classes.
Girl, and that's
all type of
talk
stuff.
about.
You constantly, your mind is constantly rotating. And like when you said, sometimes you sit down and you say, I have to pay for X, Y, Z. So I can do X, Y, Z. I don't have to, overstretch myself. I can find 3 categories to make this amount of money, and then I can pay myself last.
Exactly.
So that's my method, and I personally feel like as long as my business is going well and my bills are paid, I don't need no money. That's what I have lived on for the last past years.
That's a tough one.
So I am comfortable now with realizing that just because I see the money don't mean it's mine.
Yes.
I can see the money, but it does not belong to me.
It's your business money.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not my money. And once I came to that realization, things got better for me mentally and monetarily, because it's not your money. It's the business money. It's supposed to go back into the business. You're supposed to pay XY bill, invest more, especially if you owe, having different tabs. Pay their tab, pay your tabs, and then make more money.
Exactly. Yeah, it's important to me to invest your money, because it's you want to be innovative when it comes to your business. You might want a project you want to do, but it's damn, I can't do it because I just bought this bag.
Yes.
Now I can't even, instead of tripling the money you spent to buy the bag, it's you can't even do it now because it's gone.
Yeah.
So
you
I
want to
feel
keep going.
Exactly. I feel like it's important to invest your
I feel like you asked the question as well too, like how do you really maintain the lifestyle? Did you say that?
Mm-hmm.
And I think just with getting higher and higher in business, I have began to spend way less. I don't look at really like designer and stuff. How I used to be so googly eyed for it.
Me
I
too.
am not
That's
googly
fine.
eyed.
It's crazy.
Most
yes.
of my designer comes from gifts. And a
Me
lot
too.
of people don't know that. So, like I said
Yeah.
again, y'all better get that partner who
Yes.
just, showers you with gifts. But to me, if you
That's
give me
true.
$5K, I'm not gonna go buy a Chanel bag. I'm gonna put this in a business or open a business.
Because like,
You
you
gotta
gotta make
think
me
long-term.
8K, so I'm not gonna do that.
And then it just sounds dumb when you think about it. But the girl's not gonna talk about
I
that, but
literally
it's dumb.
looked in my closet and I was so disgusted
Yes.
at how much designer I have that I don't wear. And I can
Yes.
take maybe like 20% of it
back, yeah. And the rest I'm stuck with.
I can't, like, it's
I
just...
low key want to sell a lot of stuff
Yeah,
because
and
it's
you
like
stuck
I got
with
shit
it.
to do, and it's
Yeah,
like
and
I could triple this
when
money.
you really
Because
understand...
it's just sitting in our closet. We only wear so much.
When you
And then
understand the power of your money making money, like
Yes.
I literally I'm really just not into designer anymore. I am investing, like
Yes.
I want to invest everything I look, see at, and I want to get out of them.
And you
Like, I
become
would invest my
infatuated
last
with
dollar.
watching your money flip. Like,
Yes.
you become infatuated with having a design and making a certain amount of money off this. You like, dang, like, I came up with this and this made me this amount of money. So sometimes you do be like, I didn't even have to buy this purse. Like, this purse is $5K. I could have bought XYZ with it. And that's how I am too now. I really, like, don't even look at stuff no more.
I used to be in sex
Every day.
fucking weekend,
Me too.
and it's
I used to be in there all the
now
time.
it's like I got a business, and it's like no, I could buy inventory with this. Like,
Yeah.
why would I
And I
give
wanna buy me some
YSL
property.
2,500 and I could?
I want to buy me some
Yes,
property. I
and you
want to
gotta-
buy me a building, and I look back and I think so hard on like all the money that I spent,
Yes.
just like paying people
Renting.
bills
And that's why I'm trying to
giving
cape for
people
myself
money.
now, because it's like
It's
as you
just
get-
like you will look up and you will be like, I could have bought 2 buildings. My mind wasn't on that then. Nobody said and told me, Stu, you making this amount of money like in a weekend, like
Yeah.
you could buy a building in 3
Yes.
months, G, with this money.
Yes.
I'm just spending, like I'm just,
And
you
then-
want 200, huh? Like
Yes.
it
And
ain't
it's like you
nothing.
like I'm finna make this back, and that's
I'ma make
another,
it
that's
back.
a bad mindset.
I have
Yes,
I
I'ma
just
make it
got
back.
out of that mindset.
I have that
like
so bad.
I spend shit, and I'm like, I'm cool. I'll make it back this weekend, and it's like,
But
no.
it could sit.
That shit could sit and double up, like instead
Yeah,
of having that
it
mindset.
could
That
sit.
mindset will just keep you in one place.
I'm really so more
I'm
on
really
just
mad at
actually having shit and not just looking like I have
Yes,
shit.
yes.
So you can see me and I could be in some joggers and some sweats, but
Yes.
you're gonna drive down that block and you're gonna see my name on a few businesses. So
And that's what it's about.
I promise y'all, designer is not me. I got into a little tussle on Facebook because she
What was
okay,
the tussle
let me
about?
tell y'all. Look, she was like, okay, well, basically the post had said be people who rent $700 and they got a Canada Goose code, whatever. And one of the girls was like, well, if we work these long hard jobs and we want to go buy this purse or this coat, we should be able to do that without getting judged.
I am a fan of, if you want to do some shit for yourself, do it. Like it is people.
I don't care where
I'm
you work
speaking
out
of,
or
like
what you
even
do.
people
I'm
that.
a fan of that too.
Yeah, because I know people that they work a 9 to 5 and all they do is just pay all their bills.
Yeah.
And it's like they literally don't buy themselves anything.
Nothing.
And I feel like you is working these long hours. The bills gonna be the bills regardless. Like if you do want to buy you something, like you should be able to just say fuck it, I'm finna buy it. Especially if you don't buy yourself nothing. But go ahead.
No, I just basically want to change the mindset and the narrative, because if you're working this tiresome job and your googly eyes is this bag, and I just feel like it's not worth it. I have so much designing that's just not working. Why aren't you googly eyed about investing or about owning a building?
A lot of people scared. Like they scared because it is scary to people when I explain it to them. Like, oh, I could take this 300 and buy hella clothes, and it's a chance I make 5,000 based off what I invested. But it's like they thinking about, damn, like what if you don't make that back? So some people really not built for like flipping their money, and it's scary. That's scary to me because you will
And
never
I
get
think
nowhere.
people fail to realize that some people don't have extras. Like some people don't have like that person that might come and help them and put gas in their car or pay their phone bill, or like people only have a certain amount of money that they can spend. And we so used to fast money and a person giving us this and doing this, you might hit a lick, you might do this. and everybody don't live like that.
And that, I
like some people
understand
live
that.
just a regular life, and like this is how much money they make every
that's
2
all they
weeks.
make.
But you
they
have
gotta
to be able to
this
think
and do
bigger.
that.
Whatever you're thinking,
Exactly.
think bigger. You have to come out that shell. You got to stop thinking that the only way to make it is the way that you're getting it. You have to understand financial literacy. You have to want to be able to learn. You have to like,
that's true.
you got
You gotta
to do
want
it.
more for
So
yourself.
it really, like, I don't know why the comment kind of got under my skin. Like, oh, let her, you know, but you can't afford that jacket. You can't buy it 3 times because you're like literally showing what you can afford by where you're living. So I just feel like I like to push the narrative of we need to just learn investment, learn businesses. We really need to own stuff. Also, I literally was just watching CNN something like last year, Chinese people is 300% basically above black people when it comes to the dollar. But black people spent $1 trillion.
Yeah,
So our money
I
is
seen
literally just going to them. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big problem. I feel like it's other problems. You know, bank shadowing when they be like not trying to give loans and buildings.
Yeah, a
and
lot
stuff
of
like that.
people do just want to look like they got money. Like that's very, very
That's a
big.
fool.
But I think that I really don't judge people based off like what they want to do. I feel like everybody in the world plays a role. Like everybody,
For sure.
the
Exactly.
people that work at Walmart versus the women that work at Popeyes, like everybody have a role in this world, and everybody not gonna be rich. Everybody not gonna be a boss. Everybody not gonna buy the house with the pool in the back and the Benz and the Rolls
And
Royce.
everybody don't have the same desire.
They don't, and
That's
and
true.
that everybody
Even though-
plays a part in this world. Like everybody is not going to be the designer or the makeup artist or the girl with the coolest podcast. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And once we realize that and we stop putting so much pressure on everybody to be this certain stature,
Exactly.
like things will be easier on the other people that just want to be the helper or the worker. And I feel like that's what brings so much pressure on everybody wanting to be the boss.
Yeah.
Like that's what I've came into like
Yeah.
so many problems with that. Everybody want to be the boss because here come her friend telling her, but why you want to work for her? You can do that,
And
but
it's like
really
she
you
might-
can't do
exactly.
this though.
You might
You're
not
not
be
built
built
You
for that.
really need
You're
to
not
be
built
the
for that.
worker, like,
And that's
but somebody
cool.
gassing you at
It's
home
cool.
telling you that you need to be the
You
boss.
can fail like that. Cause
But
it's
no,
like,
you
supposed to be the
don't. Like,
worker.
you should be the worker. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just
And it's
like
like
at
you
one
could
point
be
in my
the-
life, I was the assistant.
Yeah.
And I was cool with that.
Yeah.
I learned what I learned. I did my job, and I was happy to do it.
It's-
And you could be the best worker. That's for you.
And I
You're the
didn't
best
feel
worker in the world.
intimidated by the person that was the boss.
Exactly.
Because I knew that my time would come. So I
Exactly.
feel like everybody has a season. And it's on you to live a certain life or to have a season. Whether you want to be like, I'm going to be that nigga forever, or I'm going to have a season.
Or you could be down for a second to be like rich forever.
Yes.
Like, you have
or
to be
you
okay
have
with that.
people that just want to pay their bills every 2 weeks, spend $160 at the grocery store, and then go to their grandmother's house every Sunday at 11 a.m. and go to church. Like, some people are going to be like that, and we
Yeah.
gotta
You
accept
actually right.
that.
Yeah.
We have to. You gotta accept
that's
your
against what you
friend.
said.
That's
But
like, I wanna have that.
I agree.
I don't think that my friend that doesn't want to buy the house with the pool or the truck or the this is less than me because I want the Rolls Royce and I want the this, and I've always wanted that.
Right.
And I
It's
was the
about
little
what you
girl.
always
I was the
want.
little girl lined up with my cousins telling them,
Exactly.
I'm gonna have a this and I'm gonna have a diamond necklace and my cousin's like, I'm gonna get married and have 5 kids and then I'm gonna live on a ranch.
Because that's their desire.
You know, that's their
their
desire. So I can't look at my cousin and say, you less than me because you don't want the Rolex and the Tiffany jewelry and the Fendi boot with the Fendi poncho.
Yeah,
that's what I want, though.
I hate people that do look down on other people that don't want that because just because that person don't want that Fendi bag, they probably want to go overseas or something. Like
Or just 'cause
everybody,
they don't wanna
everybody spend their
invest
money
or
on what
what they
certain
want.
stuff that they think is luxury to them.
And I don't think everybody's a bum per se because they don't want those things.
Exactly. That's
Like
what
for
I'm
instance,
saying.
y'all know I love Twitter, and I saw someone speaking on buying a house, and they were like, they went into like really detailed and explaining like, y'all put so much pressure on people to own and buy homes and this. Don't y'all realize that like people got people they gotta take care of and things they have to do. I might not wanna have like that overhead
Exactly.
on me.
Ownership.
If my water
Exactly.
not high or this not, I want to just be able to call somebody and be like, this broke. Because I got to take care of my grandma. Yes. I got to do this for my auntie. I got 4 kids. I got this. And that doesn't mean that I'm less than because I don't want a house. It just means that I don't want a house.
Right. Like, once you do buy a house, all that responsibility falls on you.
And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying sometimes it's about preference. And it's not right or it's not wrong.
It's just about what
it's just about what that person's desires are. Like, at the end of the day, we all can own. We all, you know, if we wanted to, though, that's the difference. Like, if we really wanted to, because the girl that makes half of the money that we make can buy a house. Exactly. You only need to make $50K a year to own a home within the last 3 or 4 years, and you just have the tax forms for that, the bank statements for that. You don't have to make a crazy amount of money. So if they want to do that, they gonna do it. So I just feel like as I've gotten older and I'm like in my 30s and I'm maturing, I judge less and I understand more. And I'm like, okay, I understand where you're coming from because of this or these terms or that, because I don't have kids and I make this amount of money, so I can do those things. Right. Whereas you like, okay, I gotta go to school, I gotta pay this. Maybe in 5 years I can do it, but right now I can't do that. Exactly. You know, and we can't judge people based on that. We can't make them feel like they less than us. You're right. Because they don't want that. Because sometimes it's just not for them.
It's not comfortable. They're not in a comfortable situation.
It's just not for them. And I feel like as people, we got to understand that everybody not going to have that state and mentality. If they didn't have that, then you don't have people that work at the post office and people that work at Walmart and the people that work at McDonald's. And we need them.
Yeah, you're right.
We need them.
I get it.
No, I do get it.
I want to, like, the problem is, I think we always want more for people than they want for themselves. It's like, if I can see you up here and you want to be down here, it hurt me. And it's like, I'm trying to tell you, shit, you can shoot for the stars. Yep. But if you don't want to shoot for the stars, I got to be okay with it.
Yeah, you have to.
And I got to love you regardless.
Right, and I got to treat, like,
exactly. I definitely do agree with Stu saying. I do, want to judge less. I don't want to judge anybody's situation or nothing. What I try to do to people is let them know
it's out there.
It's out there.
That's whatever you're thinking, think bigger. I like people to know, like, hey, I understand you could be this Walgreens worker, this post office. It's bigger, it's better. You are deserving of the life up here. Come on, sister. Come on, brother. Let me help you, because I just feel like our community, as a Black community, we're like losing the race at this point.
We need to pull each other up.
Exactly. So I know a lot of people are stagnant and they're in their mindsets, and we didn't learn it in high school, and certain people didn't go to college. But like, it's people out here who could help you, who could teach you to grow. That's not scam.
Or just letting you know, like, them options are out there.
Yeah,
because there's people that they don't know that they can be bigger than what
some people. It's just the mindset. They don't see
and what they around.
Yes, and it's based off their environment.
For sure.
Yes.
Great topic, ladies.
Yes. How important it is to, like, be happy alone and, like, knowing how to enjoy your own company before entering relationships, friendships, like, how important that is. I feel like people use people to, like, fill a void. So most people come into relationships, friendships, they're unhappy already, and they looking for that person to, like, validate them or, just to make them a whole. And I feel like it's important for us to already go into something a whole. That way we can add value to each other. It won't just be, like, you just using me and my good energy. So how do you guys feel about that? How important it is to enjoy your own company?
I think it's very important. I think you have to love yourself before you love anybody. You should know how to make yourself happy. You should know what even makes you happy. You should know what you want, what you don't like, what you like. You should get to know yourself. When you're all alone, they always say, when you're by yourself, that's who you truly are. So you should know that person.
Exactly.
Everybody around you or anybody around you should just simply add more value to you.
Exactly.
But they should not be who you are as a whole.
Exactly.
So I think that people do feed off other people so much in this life that we're in these days, and they, instead of like them genuinely being who they are, they ride other ways and they become other people, and they like pick up other people's ways and they style, the way they talk. So I do think it's important to know who you are and love who you are, because if you don't, then you just going with the flow.
And you think whatever. Some love, and that's not even like what your love is considered. Yeah,
and to play off what you just said, Stu, I also feel like for yourself, you need to learn how to love yourself, but for your partner as well too, because you can come in a relationship and you can just take them down. You can just be like a total burden on them. Yes, just because you don't know what you love, you don't know who you are. Like that needs to be number one before you get into anything. Love, business, and you need to love yourself in life.
Yeah, I feel like that with friendships a lot. I feel like, you know, people just come to you and it's like they make you responsible for their happiness. And I feel like you need to know how to be happy on your own before coming to somebody and putting that responsibility on them. Because I had an experience. It was actually like I was dating somebody, and as soon as they met me, they was ready to get married. Like, as soon as they met me, ready to get married, ready to make me they lady or whatever, so that's cool. But then it's like, when we separate, it's like, they be dead ass serious. They like, I don't feel happy when you not around me. Like, I need you here. And that's like a burden. Yes, and that's a burden on me. And that's just, you know, that's just a burden on somebody, period. Like, damn, if I'm not by your side, like, you feel like you incomplete or something. And then it's like, I'm a busy person. So it's like, I need to know that you happy on your own. And like, you not relying on me to just make you happy.
I feel like you should want me, not need me.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like you know, of course we need certain people around, or you feel like you need them, but you should also be able to know who you are if they tend to not be around. That's so important, because as we know, life comes and goes, and they change every day.
Exactly.
So it's like, if a person not around you and things don't work out, like, would you completely be destroyed?
And that's important. That's what I'm saying. Like, people wake up feeling different every day. So to put your happiness into another person, it's like, you know you're gonna be disappointed. So it's like,
eventually,
you can't base your happiness based off another person or a lifestyle or something, because things happen, shit go up and down. So.
I definitely just think like all through the relationship as well too. Not only getting in a relationship, you need to learn how to love yourself, but through the relationship, like
that's so
I know
important.
Some years and like life happens,
that's so
we lose ourselves. I feel like I'm speaking in shit. We lose ourselves.
Because that's
able how to maintain your happiness, how to go back and find it if you lose it. It's like really so.
And it's also about knowing how a person is through their ups and downs, like how this person is when they broke, happy, sad, like you gotta know that person,
and you have to know who you are through all those transitions.
Like, exactly.
Like, money doesn't make you. Like, it should always like be something. Like I said, it should be something more to you. Like, at the end of the day, you should know who you are without the money, without the weave, without the hair, without the cars, without the clothes, the jewelry. Like, skin bare, you should still feel beautiful, feel like you that, you know, you that, regardless if you got that or not. Like, and that's so important. That's why people, they break so easily, because when things happen and the jewelry gone, the car gone, the crib gone, they gone,
they melting, they
feel like they gone, like they value gone, when it's really like,
because it's tied to something else.
Exactly.
It's tied to
I feel like our values is like
important.
Important. Yes. So I want to ask you ladies, so have you ever like dated someone that was established and they felt like they was competing with you, or you feel like they was being competitive or like threatened by like everything that you got going on? Like, how does that work with you guys?
I'm gonna let you answer that first.
I have dealt with that I feel like I have made certain people intimidated, only because like of just the gumption I have within me and my business and my success. And it's super weird, and I don't think a relationship can work if you feeling those type of energy and vibes, because it should be more of a collaborative thing than you think I'm better than you or shitting on you, whatever. But it's like, no, I can pull you up with me, I can help you, I can teach you. But,
and I think I feel like men are intimidated by the fact like that I can help you, because I didn't came to niggas and I feel like damn, I see them doing something, I'm like, I could support you and help you. And instead of them looking at it like, damn, like she's a supportive woman, they look at it like, no, like I don't need you to do that. And it's like, really, no, like if I'm dealing with you, like if I'm winning, I want you to be winning, and I want to uplift both of us.
It's a male thing. I feel like they super intimidated when we could help. They won't take it for whatever reason. It messes with them.
I don't understand that.
I've had a situation where I felt like a guy didn't help me because like he didn't want to see me reach a certain level of success.
Right.
And that's very hurtful to be around somebody and you know that they provide so many opportunities for dead missions and they won't pour that same energy or money into you, you know. And I never feel like people owe me something, but in the same token, if I'm dating you, I'm dealing with you on a certain type of level. I have certain expectations of you.
And I feel like you see me doing
and if it was
something,
me, I do it for you.
Right. And
so
I feel like if you see
it.
somebody trying and they doing something, and you know you have access to help them, and I'm your lady, and we dealing with each other on a certain level, like you should be trying to help me.
But you
like,
know when somebody when somebody want to help you. Like you know when somebody wants to see you do well. Like they want. It could be the smallest things. Like it could be the smallest things. Like I have friends that guys I've dated that might be like, oh yeah, I seen this. Like I thought this would be cool for you, and then you got a guy that you might be dating at that time, and they don't even do that for you.
That's hurtful.
And that's hurtful. Like you would be like, dang, and it makes you measure certain things up, and you take a step back and you like, wow, like he don't do that for me because he doesn't want to see me go up and up and up the ladder. You know, some people want to only keep you at a certain level.
They feel like you're going to lead them too, and it's like,
absolutely.
That's not the case. So I had
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because I will.
Right. So I had an incident. I dated somebody that was established and like, they similar to me. We got similarities. And an incident that I had was like they dumb down what I'm doing. Like whatever I'm doing is not as important. It's like it's all about them. Like
and it means nothing.
Yes, like everything about them. They talk about themselves all day. They don't care what I got going on. It's like I'm young and I really got shit going on. It's like you're not showing no interest.
And I hate when people make it seem like because you young you don't have nothing going on.
Yes,
I don't like that. That's you belittling somebody for their age, and that's not real, because somebody can be 21 and have way more shit going on than you.
People show their insecurities and they hate every day, all day through conversation. You will catch on to it quick, like, you and your little business. Little.
Yeah.
Like how?
I just be noticing certain stuff.
Trying to dumb down everything you doing and just.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And it's rude.
I don't like that.
It's rude.
It's very rude.
I don't think them situations will ever work. And I just feel like when people do that, they really showing their true colors, their true insecurities. Like, that's on you.
Even friends dumb down what you got going on, or they feel like it's just not as important, but they'll go support they'll go support somebody doing the same shit as you and blow it up. Like,
but I feel like once again, I feel like people do that because they only want to see you at a certain level. Even if other people see you at a bigger level or on a larger scale, some people want to keep you in that box because that's what's comfortable for them. And
then it's knowing like, damn, we from the same place, area, and it's like, damn, you doing all that shit.
Exactly.
I'm not doing shit. I don't want to see you doing
exactly. But that's people's problem, because comparison is the devil. You know, it's the thief of joy. You shouldn't compare yourself to nobody, and that's a lot of people's problem. They so busy measuring up what the next person doing, what they doing, how they doing it. And if everybody just did what they did and did it on the best way they could do it, the world would be a better place. But it don't happen like that. It make people feel better to talk down on what you doing.
For sure.
It gas them
like
up.
it's nothing.
Yeah, like it make them feel better and more macho. Like, okay, you still ain't on nothing.
I feel like for just in period, I have cut out all unsupportive people. Like, I'm just not at that place of asking you, why you not supporting me, or why you ain't do this for me. Like, no, I need to actually get more people around me that
and it's
actually
important
match
to
my future.
People that you don't know, like them, the people that's really gonna go the hardest for you and support.
They're the people that matters, because it's more people who you don't know than who you do know. So that's your market over there for the people who you don't know. And these strangers are turning to great friends, great customers. Like, they really want to see you win.
They do.
Yes, they do. Yeah, I noticed that, like,
it's like a community. You build your own community, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
You go outside, people know you. They, you know, they cheering you on. Yeah. They telling you to keep going. And sometimes you need that. And like you said, the people around you, they don't always give you that. Yeah. So sometimes you do need that community that when everybody else not paying attention to you, you got those girls that really like watch you every day, and they feel like they know you. And that's the crazy part. And it be cute. It be
my
cool.
Facebook cousin.
I love it.
About my Facebook cousin. Yes,
I love it.
It's girls that's been following me since I was 16, so I'm 22 now, and it's like
Yes.
they damn near my cousins.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we family. Like they comment on everything I do. They support me. They just real active in anything. Versus somebody that's literally next to me and they not in tune with shit I'm doing. Like it's just like,
Why
oh,
are you
okay.
around?
Yeah.
Yes, like
It's no space for you.
Yes, I do not understand that. So next thing we're talking about is a woman being a breadwinner in a relationship. I don't even know what to say about it because I do feel like
This is such a touchy subject.
It is because it's like I do know men that like they women make more money than them, but it works for them. Like it has to work for you and that person. Like
You have to be, I guess, okay with these, like you said.
Like
You do, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not okay with it.
Whit's not okay with that.
Either.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know.
I'm not okay with that.
Okay, let me
shit.
tell you guys, I personally am not the breadwinner in my situation. I don't ever foresee me being with somebody who's not the breadwinner. I used to deal with somebody who wasn't the breadwinner, but was an actually very, very smart person. And I can go with that for a certain amount of time, but at some
But it
point you
gotta
gotta
add
put
up.
that in action
Yes.
because we're not standing stagnant. So for me in my relationship, how I foresee my dream guy is gotta have some paper, baby. You just gotta
You have to.
You got to. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
It's
not,
like I can't get up every day and hustle and come up with methods to make money, and then I don't see you do
Yeah.
the same thing.
exactly.
It's
you don't
just
got no ideas or nothing you can do.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it just doesn't work. I'm sorry. For some women it works because I feel like you have to be the people that mesh well. Like if you are a headstrong woman, then you know you can be with a certain type of guy. The same with a more like mild-mannered woman. She might be okay with certain things.
Right.
So I feel like if you're not a headstrong woman, you may be okay with that. You might be like, okay, it's okay. Like if my husband or my boyfriend doesn't, make this certain amount of money, I'm gonna make it for us. We're gonna make it work, and we're gonna join forces together. He gonna stay at home, watch the kids. I'm gonna work. But for everybody, it's different. Me, I'm like a traditional woman when it comes to like my
And it's
father,
crazy.
he pay the bills.
And it's crazy,
my
for
mama
some
go
reason-
to work, but she could keep her money.
Yeah.
That's what I was raised on.
Yes,
so
but-
that's what I stand on.
Yes. So when but that's another thing, like people will be surprised that you are a traditional woman due to everything that you got going on. So
Yep.
like a person to get with you and you like that, you like when a man handle everything, but they'll be surprised, like you got all this going on, like
And
it's
a
just
man
really
handling
surprising.
everything doesn't mean that I get to take the back seat on monetarily things in the home.
Yeah.
I never was a woman to say that, because I make money, I don't have to pay for nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't have to do nothing. Like, no,
It's teamwork.
like it's teamwork. We work together. Like
For
me and
sure.
my man, we work together. Like we literally set goals and we have like money amounts we want to get to, things that we want to take care of. You pour into me, I pour
Exactly.
into you. But I don't want to be with somebody that I'm
And I'm just
constantly
take,
filling their
take.
cup,
Yeah.
and then now I'm left with nothing. And then
Exactly.
when it's time for me to re-up, get more merch, or for me to pay my bills, then I'm left with nothing because you have nothing.
Yeah.
That's not a good feeling. And when you're an
Exactly.
entrepreneur, you need someone that has that solid foundation,
Exactly.
that saves
Yeah.
his money, that know how to go out and get the bag.
Preach.
Because if you go broke or things go rough in your business,
Right.
that back end.
you need that back end
you
for
could
your
be
guy
up
to
one day
say.
and literally down to nothing. the
But
next
then
day.
in the same token, I'm so real that I'm gonna say, okay, Juneteenth came, I made 30,000 off this, here go 10.
Right.
You take this, you gave me this, it's teamwork.
Exactly.
But if you don't have that, it will never work when you're a go-getter. Like you a
Exactly.
go-getter, you want him to give you give him. And like I said, like y'all pouring each other cups. Nobody is
Pouring,
ever
pouring.
left on empty. So
Exactly.
that's the whole, like that's the objective here.
Yeah.
And once you like get lost in that, if you're a woman that values that, you'll never be happy.
And I feel like today's women isn't more realistic. Like
They not.
it is more like I want a man with money and he just do everything for me. But that's
Yeah.
not reality. Like you
It's
you
not.
gotta be coming with something for somebody to match you.
Yeah, you can't be no bird brain. I literally was just about to say that, like, money is not everything. It's a
not.
piece of the pie, but just me, myself, when I foresee my future, I just know I like luxury. I like nice stuff. I know I want to live a certain type of way. So I need my partner to match that. And like I said, I'm going to handle me period. First and foremost, me and my businesses, but I need you to be able to match that. You really just can't be really not doing nothing, you know? Like,
exactly. Match it, and like we got to be making goals together. Like that's another thing. Like
the energy got to be
I'm not trying to be against women on this episode, but like I feel like women, they do sometimes just want a man to like invest in them, build them up. But it's like, okay, yo man, he might got goals and shit too, and it's like he can't just put everything on the back burner because he trying to pour 100% into you. And if he do pour into you, like it is important that you make sure that you show love back and you
but
pour
I
back.
say this
like,
all the time because sometimes like I get like people make it seem like I'm like a gold digger and I only mess with niggas that got money, and I personally like that.
But
I'm
at
not
this
like
point,
that.
it's like if I make money, I want somebody to make money.
right.
That's it.
So I'm not a gold digger.
That's
I want
it.
somebody
Not a
that's
gold
like
digger.
me.
That's matching
like
me.
we're
Wait, first
matching.
And it's like, but I'm a giving person, and I'm like a
Exactly. I
solid
show love.
female.
Yes,
I
so
show
you can
love,
want
I
that.
give
But I
back.
feel like we can all say anything a nigga do for us, we can do for ourselves, and we don't
that's-
have to do it for ourselves.
And that's my main thing.
So it
that's
ain't
my
just
main
like I'm
thing.
just
I'm not
Burberry.
just asking for shit I can't do for myself. It's like if I'm
You're
asking,
auditioning.
if I'm asking for anything, it's because I'm used to doing this shit for myself.
Yeah.
If I buy me flowers, you should buy me flowers.
And I don't respect women who do that. I mean, to each his own. But I personally feel like if you want the Chanel, you want the Birkin, you want this, like I feel like you should be getting money. If you get it for free, or that's your MO, or
That's cool, that work for
you
you.
walking into the door and you getting that and you doing absolutely nothing, that might be like your MO. But at the end all be all, like how much money do you have in your purse? Like, do you got good credit? How you sleeping at night? Like, are you helping out people that's around you? Are you a solid person?
It's
Or you
about
just
a
like,
person
I'm getting up with the nigga that got the money and I'm getting to this and I'm getting to that, and that's
I'm not a
it.
fan of
That's
that.
all to
They be
me.
getting the money and not doing anything with it. So.
And that don't resonate well with my soul.
Yeah, that's a fool.
Oh my god. Let me put something in my cup. Wait,
For the next conversation. So wait, all in all, do we equally agree that we just cannot handle having us make that?
Right. So I didn't get to say what I wanted to say. So
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to be the breadwinner. I don't want to be the breadwinner. It was situations that I was the breadwinners, and I just found myself, like you said, I was pouring so much into them. And when I finally was like down and I wanted, help, I couldn't. I didn't even. It's so crazy because I didn't even feel comfortable with asking them for help because I do feel like the breadwinner, like, and that's just not a good feeling as a woman. Like, I don't like it. So I don't want no man that's gonna let me be the breadwinner. I want you to be the breadwinner, please.
Now, let's just say my situation, if my partner falls down below and he needs help, climb up that ladder, I will definitely be there to help, to support. We in this together, but you ain't finna stay down there. You're not gonna get, no.
And it's like, as your partner, I'm gonna make it my priority to uplift you and help you, but you gotta want to help yourself.
Exactly.
People don't like helping themselves either. They get too reliant on the next person, and
yeah, I feel like you should always have a plan. Like, if y'all down bad or y'all going through something and things are going on, like, as long as you have a plan and he actually telling you, oh, we gonna do this, we gonna do that,
and we moving in that direction.
Yeah, or I'm about to do this was coming through. Like, he communicating with you and he's sitting down and going over things. Like, as I've grown older and I've been coming more into my womanhood, I realized that I love a guy that takes charge, and he's telling me okay, this what we gonna do now. You gonna do this. I'm gonna give you this. You need to
that also come with
that's
you.
what you need.
It come with you
as
being
a
an
woman.
entrepreneur. It's cause you make a lot of decisions every day. You got to figure out how you want your business to go, and it's you want somebody that's gonna come in, take charge, and be like, no, we not
and
doing
solidify
that.
certain things.
Yes.
That
I
you
love
might
a
not
man
want to
that
think
can be
about.
a man. You can lead. Yes, I got my own mind, but you tell me, hey, let me help you with this. Now you need to do this a little differently.
Exactly. Or I'm gonna take this off your shoulders. So that's important.
That is very.
It's very important.
I would love that. So,
It's gonna get spicy.
what do I want to?
That's what that sounded like.
What do I want to get into? Okay, so Kanye is with Julia Fox, right?
Okay.
Another white woman. So my friend brought this to me.
Okay.
It was basically why do when black men get successful, they go be with someone that's not a black woman.
Oh,
So my grandmother told me
say.
that like when white women are raised, they are raised to go seek out that
To be a
breadwinner.
wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're seeked out to make sure your hair is always done, your nails always done, you're always presentable, so a man can come to you. Also, when these people get on, basketball players, football players, they're sent out to these white schools, so they're mostly around white women. So I think that's more of a reason. I don't think the black woman is just more ghetto. I just think they really don't have access.
It's stature.
Yeah.
I think it's
We're not at
stature.
those schools to get that basketball player, to get that football player. We're not around to see it. So,
Yeah.
but my grandma told me that their foundation is for them to literally go out and seek out that.
Right. I do feel like this is how I feel about it. So when that black man does reach success and he go get another woman from a different race, I feel like our young black men always wanted these type of women before the success even came. Like,
Really?
I do. Like, I feel like they know once I do hit this level, I can attract that white girl. She wouldn't look at me then, but now she looking at me. I feel like they feel like that.
I look at black girls like queens, like
Yes, but it's like a lot of like black men, they didn't know they had access to all of these different women, is what I'm saying. So it's like now they feel like I'm up here.
I feel like
can
it's an
attract her.
ego thing.
That too.
Yeah, I personally feel like it's like, okay, I'm at a certain stature, I have a certain, amount of money, so I can get this now. Like, kind of like what you're saying, like,
Right.
I can, like, have whoever I want, whatever I want, because I'm this, A-list celebrity, I have this amount of money, and I'm basically, like, having my way.
Exactly.
And another thing is, it's sad, but a lot of black men that are like, of hierarchy, I feel like they don't like being with black women because they feel like they can't do certain things and they can't
Right.
be a certain way.
Right.
It's more of a lenient situation when they're dating of the opposite sex.
I feel like
we're
right.
more aggressive. We're more, just on them. And sometimes when they date the other race, they feel more loved. They feel more appreciated. They feel more like
Wait, like I'm confused.
it's the truth, though. It's the truth.
I'm trying to think about this.
This is what they think because and it's sad and it's crazy because I deal with this like in my own life. I see this with the men in my family and people that I'm around. So I see it. It's a visual thing for me. And I'm raised by a strong black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom is like that black, strong woman, breadwinner, did everything right, like by the book woman, never got a ticket, never went to jail, make her own money, like beat your ass at the end of the day, whatever. Like she one of those. So I feel like I see why, a guy would be like a little like, dang,
got like a strong kid.
yeah, and then I see why a guy would be like, okay, cool to, the more laid back, the more lenient. Like I can't
on a
say
housewife like that. Like,
yeah,
No,
like
I don't know.
But why would you be attracted to
I
that?
feel like black men feel like okay. So when they
because they can get away with
when they
it.
brought up and they like when listen y'all when
This is what they want to do,
right.
G.
So when a man brought up, it's like it also plays a role with just at home. Like he's used to black women probably tearing him down, and now he's brought up and he has access to a white woman or whoever.
Okay,
It's like
I hate to interrupt you,
Go
but
ahead.
did you see what Kanye West said about his mom? So let's
What
bring
he
that
say?
up.
What he say?
Okay, so he said about his mom that his mom packed him up and moved him to Chicago and took him away from his dad, and that's why he didn't have
That's
a
why they start
relationship
with home.
with his father. So he's basically blaming his mother.
That's why he hate black women.
no, we say hate him, but we saying it starts at home. G. This shit starts at home.
Exactly.
That's
That's
what I'm
what we saying.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
is what he's comparing to Kim K, saying that, oh, she's trying to do the same thing to me. They tear black women down, the black woman. This is what we do. We take charge. We take them away from their dads and this and this
That's
and
what
that.
I'm saying.
And
Yeah.
this is a great example of what we're saying. Like, at the end of the day, you named the whole album out for your mother. why are you sitting up antagonizing her in her deathbed, saying
That
that
traumas.
That's what I'm
saying
saying.
that she snatched you away from your dad.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, if she went to make a better life for you, you don't know the circumstances. You was a baby.
Yeah.
Right.
So why would you sit up and talk about your mother as if she didn't give you the best life that she could?
Exactly.
Because we know
Built
that,
off
as
they
we know
circumstances.
now, built off your circumstances. Like your mom did what she had to do
So
at
you
that
can be
time.
you.
So look at what you turned out to be. You didn't do
Exactly.
it
Still
on your
talking
own.
smack.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it started at home. Like a black man could be used to black women all they like tearing them down. So it's like, shit, I might as well date a white woman. And I know she might not like me for me, but shit, this black woman, she ain't like me for me.
Wait. So you supposed to say, okay, because someone is nice to me, rub my leg and say I'm fine all day. I supposed to say, okay, at the end, all be all. She gonna take me for all I have, but right now it's cool because she rubbing my ego.
That's a fool.
And I don't want my black woman to tell me I'm a bitch ass nigga and I need to get myself together.
If I was a male and I got
That's
to
what it
that
really
stature, like I don't feel like I would ever foresee myself looking at a different race. Not that, I mean, I just foresee myself getting
I
a
never
strong
see us
black
do that.
woman.
I mean, I rarely see us do
I
that.
want a woman, let's just say I was a male. I want a woman who has a voice, who's strong-headed, who can
A
hold
lot
it on her
of men
own.
don't even want you to have a voice. It's
don't
sad.
even
But this
you to
one,
talk.
They don't want it. That goes back to like I said, like dating somebody that was like we on the same level. Like they most of the time want you to just like shut up. I'm doing everything. I don't want to hear about what you got going on. Like a lot of people, they don't want to hear a woman. Like it's crazy. You got the best idea in the world, but since it's coming from you, a woman,
I couldn't date
That's
a man like
1800s
that.
mindset. Like,
Yeah, I can't
they
date
be
a
like
man.
that.
most of these
a lot of
women-
people still like that.
Okay, have y'all realized that most of the business owners, like women, are taking over? Like,
Yes.
I
It's a lot
know
of
way
women
more
now.
women that got
Yeah.
businesses than men.
Me too.
Like, so it's like the time is over to stop trying to silence women or women don't have no voice. No.
Yes, it's a lot of people still like that.
Yeah, they expect
that's
us to
crazy.
just like roll up and just like, okay, it's cool.
Not gonna happen.
Right. So
And
that's
I think
probably
that's why they, do what they do with the other women.
I don't know with the other women. Well, I want to see Kanye with a black woman.
I do
too.
I do.
How long
I
has
do
it been
too.
since he had a black woman?
I really do.
Girl,
I really
a long
want to
time.
see that for him.
I want to
Like,
see that for everybody.
I think it would be good for him. But
Yes.
who am I? I don't know.
All right, we don't know nothing. Okay, something I want to touch on. It kind of go back to what we just discussed. You were saying how you have certain businesses that pay for certain things. So, as I learned as an entrepreneur, it's like every day I wake up with a new idea. I'm like, I can make money doing this. I can make money doing that. And I'm still trying to figure out like how am I? Cause like okay, I'm a brand, but it's like I do so many things. Like I'm good at so many things. So it's like, how do you go about not confusing your audience? Like you own a lash bar, but like let's say like you selling grants and you doing this and that. Like how do you not confuse your audience based off all the things that you're doing?
Yeah, I feel like it's just really got to be an umbrella, and you just really have to brand yourself. So let's just say if you're a Prima, we just need to know you're Prima. You own this beauty bar. Beauty bar has beauty supplies that you get next door. We have events. We have that. It's really just all ties into each other. It's always some type of business base. I don't know, anywhere I feel like I can make money now, like this year I want to do like more networking, get it in the room with more female bosses. So I'm going to have more events that's going to be surrounded about business or mindset, mental. So that's really how I don't confuse them. I like to call them my Prima Beige, just like how Nicki Minaj has the Barbs, or all the people have their little crowd. But these are my supporters. They watch my page every day. They always know what I'm about. They're waiting on my text notifications or whatever to come support me in whatever I'm doing. So I would just say make sure it's just an umbrella and you connect everything together.
Right. I feel like I probably got the wrong audience then, because it's like every time I pop up doing something, it's like people like, damn, you do that too? Like,
I do
what else? Like, it's like,
I think that
I do a lot.
If you're good
and I'm
at
okay
things,
with it.
you should do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that some things can be a hobby and some can be a business.
Exactly.
And because it's a hobby don't mean you don't have to make money off
Exactly.
of it. But I think like Whit said, as long as you have like that umbrella, like it's so easy these days to have several different businesses.
It is.
And actually like have a whole community in each business.
Exactly.
As long as you do it the proper way. Have the photo shoots, have the commercial, have the branding, and you do that so well already. So as long as you sit down and you organize it correctly, I feel like you can do it.
Exactly.
Me personally, I'm a put myself as an example. I just recently realized that I am a brand. I just started branding my own self.
Exactly.
A little bit of last year, end of last year, and then now this year. Like I want to start doing like photo shoots. I submitted pictures to like different people, Skims, all these different people because I'm just not realizing like
I'm a whole person.
I'm Stu. I don't have to just be like SweatsByStew. I get tired of selling streetwear. Contrary to belief, I want to do other things. Like I feel pretty. I feel like I want to model. I want to do different things. And although I love streetwear, it has my heart. Like I'm still Stu. I still get dressed and I don't wear a SweatsByStew and I'm still gonna be cold. So like, why not act out that? Why not start styling? Why not start doing other shoots for other people? And I can actually get paid off this. Like I can be on someone's runway because they're like, she dope, she make clothes, but she cold at modeling as well, and nothing's wrong with that.
Exactly.
And I feel like certain people will put you in a box simply because they don't have talents at all. Don't let people do that. Don't let people say, oh, you a makeup artist, you need to do makeup every day. You need to eat, sleep, and breathe makeup. Like you don't need to do that. Like at the end of the day, if you feel like I'm stylish, I can sell clothes with the makeup, I can talk about things with Black girls, and I can also rap, and I can also do, some nails, whatever it might be. Like, do that. And if you find the time to do each thing and break it down, I feel like why not? Like at the end of the day, it's always a bill.
A millionaire got 7 strings.
It's always a bill.
It's always a bill.
Like also, what I want to tell you is when you begin to just wanted to reach in different areas, you have to look at yourself like somebody don't know you. So your page have to be super transparent and super easy to navigate to understand who is Gabby, what does Gabby do. So I just learned that about myself in making a link tree and actually organizing my page. Because if you came on my page, they'll be like, what does this girl do? So now when you go on my link tree, you understand, hey, I'm a business mentor, I'm a business owner, beauty bar, supply, like I do these things, but it's easy for you to get it and to understand me. Also, another little tip I think you should do is just make a about me, like highlight, but you should do a video. Hi, my name is Gabby. I do this, I do that. A lot of people click on that when they come on one's page. So I think that'd be good to introduce yourself. But actually,
you can do
highlight.
You can have like a photo shoot with like your different logos and the different things you do, and like explain them, or like a commercial, like when he said a reel. All those different things, and then like actually have like the pages of each one. Like I remember you posted a picture in your story, and it was of Kris Jenner. Really? And it was all of her businesses.
Yes, and that's why I posted that, because I want people to know.
She's owner of these businesses, co-owner of these. She helps every one of these projects, and it's just like, at the end of the day, I feel like we put ourselves in a box, and so other people don't put us in a box. We do that. Like we do that. Like somebody just came to me and they're like, I want you to design for me. I never ever in my life thought about designing for another brand. The amount of money these people offer me,
I will think about it.
Yes.
Of course. Like I didn't even second guess it. But when I tell y'all, it opened my mentality, like it opened my brain to say,
you're a jack of all trades.
I can design for Nike. I can design for all these people that I never even thought, like, I can be a freelance designer.
Like, someone asked me, like, can I style them? And I'm like, I don't style people.
You can.
But they no, like, you really know how to put your pieces together, and
so
you good at everything that you do, it seems, so just help me. So I'm like, okay, like people will look at you and they realize that you good at a lot of different shit, so they won't help. So it's like we do put ourselves in a box where we like, that's not really what I do. But it's like if you feel like you want to rock out with me because you think like I can help you with that, like I should be open to doing that.
But I feel like it's because so many people be like, oh yeah, she does everything, like she all over the place. And you have some of those people that feel like, oh, she's not like a focus on this one thing, so then that means like she's all over the place.
And
But
it's
some
like,
people
no,
are
you got
just
structure.
very talented though.
Yes.
Some people are multi-talented at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And don't be scared to spread
Nothing's
your
wrong with
wings.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure. I say go
Exactly.
after it.
And one thing might pop, and it might be the thing.
That's
you really
another thing.
think.
That's why I'm like, I'm open to running several different businesses, and whichever one does be the one, like this one I'm making the most money from. It's
Or
like,
you more
okay, I'm
passionate
happy.
about.
Right, I'm happy. I did just put myself out there and go do that.
But you're very young, and you have so much time to give yourself to figure out what it is you truly want to do.
Yeah.
When I was your age, at the time, you 22, I lived in New York and I had an internship for Ralph Lauren. This is the time that I was trying to figure out if I wanted to be a designer, if I wanted to make clothes. And I had the opportunity to submit an application to several different internships, and I got the one at Ralph Lauren. I wanted the one at Nike, but I didn't get it. I got Ralph Lauren, and I didn't even know that that's what I needed at that time. And I moved, and it changed my entire life, my whole thought of training about like clothes, because I was more on I wanted to be a stylist. That was my dream. Like I literally wanted to be a stylist for like shows, and you know, that's what
Behind
I wanted
the scenes
to do.
more so too.
And I wanted to style. I wanted to do freelance styling. My page, my first Instagram was Stylish Stu, and I had a very
nice.
like big following already. When I went to my internship, and I literally it resonated with me that like, wow, like I can make clothes. Like I began to sketch things for them, and like my mind began to pop, and they brung a whole different aura out of me that I didn't even know that I had. And it was a beautiful thing, because it was like I got in touch with my dream. I didn't know that I was like becoming a designer in my mind. And instead of being this stylish girl, I became a designer. And then I said, instead of me working for a company, I could just make my own clothes. And that's what I decided I wanted to do. So it takes something for you to do it. And you might say, this podcast is really going well.
Right.
I don't want to do makeup no more. I don't want to do clothes no more. I'm going to change my whole room into a podcast, you know, setting. And then it just might be that one thing that click, and you realize that this is what I was supposed to be doing. And then you end up on radio. And then you might end up there, here, and there, because sometimes you gotta do things.
Exactly.
Not
you just do it, and you
about
can't think about what other people would think about when you just jump out there.
Action. It's all about action. Sometimes we gotta be in the moment to really feel what we meant to do.
Yeah, I also want to say, and doing things, you're so young, you should do it and see what you like and what you don't like. Don't always just jump on
Give
stuff
yourself
just
a
because
chance.
like it's making a lot of money. That's what I did. I jumped on lashes because I needed money, and I just became good at it. And before you know it, 5 years into my career, you can't pay me to touch a lash right now. Like I honestly hated doing lashes. I was popular, you got a storefront. I hated sitting behind that chair.
But it made you money.
Yeah, but at a certain
point, it helped you.
Yeah, at a certain point, you get to understand that money isn't everything.
Yeah.
So, and it really wasn't fulfilling me. I have a tattoo that says genuinely happy.
Exactly.
So I knew that, hey, I want to open this first storefront so I can go back to school and do nursing. I feel like that's my joy. I want to be a nurse. I want to help people. And people are like, you're crazy for taking a pay cut. Well, you don't know that. Nurses can be millionaires. You don't know that.
Especially now.
But
with COVID going on, they making it real
bad.
So I swear to make sure you're doing something you love. I still want to be a nurse to this day, girl. I cannot get past biology, but yes, I still want to be a nurse. But in doing that, I found happiness in the beauty supply. But I mean, I do still like nursing, but right now beauty supply has my heart, so I'm gonna stay there, and it's making money. But like Stu said, it's just a journey of what you like, what you don't, starting, quitting. So what? Who cares what people say?
And then if you get 30 and you say, I don't want to do any of this anymore,
that's
also
fine.
nothing's wrong with that.
That's nothing wrong.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I think that people should move. To different cities. I think that people should try different careers. I think people should date, move in with each other, leave, go to your mama's house, go back to this. That's what I think.
In life, you have a lot of ups and downs.
You
and
do.
People don't talk
and I think
about
you should
that.
act on it.
Yes.
I think you should act on it. Like
you said,
that's what make your story. Like at the end of the day, that's your testimony.
Yes.
So
like I never been ashamed of nothing I went through, no level I ever been at, or like I never hide any step that I went along the way. Like I'm very transparent in my story, and I tell all the different people that interview me and ask me about me, like where did I start and what did I do? And I always tell them like, okay, I knew, but like I needed a certain periods of my life. I needed those.
Happen,
you know, I needed those. Like people
They
always
made us.
that like people judge
Yeah.
me so much of the way I did certain things, and they're like, oh, she didn't have to do this. Her dad does this. Her mom is this person.
Exactly.
And it's like I needed that though. Like you don't know what I needed. My mom and my dad had their life,
and they don't have nothing to do with
whatever
yours.
they did.
Yep.
They don't got nothing to do with me. And sometimes I feel like you're very talented, but I feel like you don't want to like act on every single thing you do. Like you will do something and then I'll see you take the back and then you don't do it no more. I feel like you should like go all out with it. If you gonna do it, do it.
No, it's a lot of like stuff that I started, and I don't even attach my Instagram to certain stuff no more. I just like the stuff I just did with you. Like that's something I really want to get into.
And so many people
that.
hit me up about that.
Yes, like that's something I really do want to get into. Like just social media branding, just that's something I always wanted to get into. But I'm doing that now. But I don't even have my personal Instagram linked to it. Because it's a lot of stuff that I just want to do, and I don't even want nobody to know it's me.
I was just
like
about to say, but you don't even have to have a face for that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the luxury of that. Like, you can be on, what is it, Fiverr, Fever, how you say it? You don't even have to be a face. Like, you can just be a name, a brand. Like, I swear, y'all, for real, I really sit and think about a brand so bad that I don't have to have my name attached to it.
I love it.
All the time. Like, what can I make that these people won't know that it's me? Like, I'm just come out and act like I'm a boy or something. Like, I'm not Stu, like, because I have all these ideas and I just be want to do stuff. But when your name attached to stuff, it make you lose out on opportunities.
That's what I'm saying, exactly.
Of, various reasons.
Right, so, and that's another thing that I'm learning. It's just so complicated being an entrepreneur. Like,
it is.
I don't...
And a creator.
Like you said, like, you a brand. Like, me alone, like, I feel like I'm a brand. Ted Gabrielle a brand. Like, I got all this other shit going on, but I do like to make reels and fucking host and all that. Like, that's what I love to do. So another problem I'm having is like, okay, sharing. I hate oversharing all my businesses. That's why I'm like, which is crazy, but like, cause it's like this is my personal page. That's why I'm like, I do want a lot of my businesses to be like, they don't even know it's me. Besides the clothing, like everything else I'm doing makeup, the
so
branding.
I feel like the makeup and clothes go together. And I feel like the podcast is gonna be like a whole separate entity.
So no, I feel like the podcast fall under the boutique though, because it's like my community. Right. So
that's true.
This falls
it's fashion.
But it's like other stuff. Like it's like I don't like over posting all my businesses, because like I might just want to post me drinking coffee today, and that's when you say like you feel like I fall back. That's why I feel like people feel like that when you
watch it.
Right. That's why I feel like people do feel that way when you don't promote your business. But it's like no, I'm still doing that. It's just today I'm not posting that. I'm posting.
Yeah. Well, I think what you're saying, like you don't want to be connected to some type of business. I think that you should connect them all, and I feel like what I learned about my buyers, some people buy into me. They like me. They think I'm a people person.
Yes.
They gonna support whatever I drop. So I think that's your community. Your community is not the people who don't know you're the face of that brand, because you don't want to hide your identity. You made it. It's your mind. It's you. Live through it. So and then that really goes into business image as well too. I know we all had to clean and scrub up our image.
Yes.
To look a certain type of way to uphold our business. But I think you should live it through.
But that's why I separated my business page from my personal page. Right. Like, I cook, like I have a life outside.
That's what I'm saying. Just other stuff you like to do.
I love to do so many different things. Like I'm such a well-rounded person. Yeah. And I personally feel like I want to live out loud. I want people to see me dancing, partying, talking to my mama.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to do.
Things like that. And it's just like, SweatsByStew. I hate when people think that like SweatsByStew, like, leave me alone. My name is Brittany.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel. Like, I feel just like that. Like, every time I post, it's like about my business, and it's like it's days where I don't want to post that at all. I want to post me cooking. I want to post me out with my friends. But then it's like, damn, I gotta remind these people, go buy this. That's why I'm like, I want my brand. That's why I'm like, I want my businesses. Like I ain't gonna lie, eventually with my boutique, like I wanna have somebody run my boutique one day. I want models. I don't even want to model. I don't even want to model my clothes. Like I see bigger. Like I really do want to be the one that's chilling. Like I kind of do want to be like in the background on some things, because like I get to just go live my life and be free. Yes. So it's
you put your
like,
business on autopilot.
No,
that's what I'm saying. That's the goal, having your business on autopilot.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
It's the ultimate goal. I just realized that I want to be on radio. Like, that's something.
Well, you should have, yeah.
Like, thanks for calling WGCI. Bitch, you be so good.
Yes, like that's something I
be like,
really
turn the
want to
stool up.
do. Like, I'm
That-
like, I
you
want to
got
be
the
on the
perfect
radio.
voice.
I've been telling everybody.
And you good at
You
stories and
savage.
controversy.
This is stuff
Like,
you wanna get
Yes, I
into.
want to be on the radio, and like that's something I'm about to seek out to do. Like,
Gee, yes.
I want to start.
That's what I'm
like,
saying,
getting
like,
into-
I just seen
You-
WGCI was hiring. Did y'all see?
Yeah, my friend just applied.
Gee,
I want to be
that.
on the radio.
You have the voice. You
Like,
have
I'm
the
so
opinion.
serious. I've been telling
Like,
everybody. I'm like, gee, I'm about to be on the radio.
No, for real. That's
Still
what I'm
gonna be
saying.
on like the goofy ass
you
boy
just
of the day.
right, the goofy ass boy. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Because I have such a
You're
voice.
really funny.
Yeah, and like
Yes.
I like to talk. Like
Yes.
Gabby said, I love to talk.
Nah, that's
I love people. I love music.
Yes.
And it's just like something I think
That
I would
it's
truly
multiple
enjoy.
sides to you.
But that don't mean that I'm gonna stop making clothes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the people for me. They just get on my
That's the
nerves.
perfect
Like,
platform to promote your
It
business.
is.
But it's like
and it's
people-
like I'm just talking.
Yeah, it's like, but that's my thing.
I
People,
love to talk.
People
Yeah.
try to tie you. People just try to tie you to one thing, and that's my problem. Like, don't tie nobody to one thing, because it's like people are talented. They
They're
have a lot of
definitely
things they
multifaceted.
want to do. Like,
And when you're a creative, sometimes you will stumble across some shit you don't even know you good at.
exactly.
Like for real, you'll be like, dang, like I'm cold. Like
Right.
for real. Like
Exactly.
you won't even know it. Like you'll try something and you'll be like, okay, I like this. Like, you know,
And that's okay.
And
Like,
that's
people need to
okay.
normalize.
it's better than
Doing
okay
multiple
because
things.
everybody not a creative. You know, some people are just logical people and like,
that's
they
right.
by the book. So they don't have like that creative side. And I
outside the
think
box.
that's like such a blessing and we like can't take that for granted that we're like the chosen ones when it comes to that creativity, like, and that creative mind for somebody to look at something and be like, this not just a Don Julio bottle, like this is,
and that, and the structure.
yeah, you know, like
sold all the bottles.
everybody don't look at things the same,
Yep.
you know, and I think that creatives, like, that's why I hold such a special place in my heart for creative women and guys,
Yeah.
and I tend to migrate toward those people because I feel like we're so like unvalued, like people don't really understand us for real, like,
Yes.
and
Oh
they
my God,
don't
we
really
gotta talk
get
about
us.
this. Yes,
Like when I had recently went to an event and it was a Jordan event, and I had realized like, dang, like I never was truly a nerd and I never was truly like a hood girl. I was always like
Exactly.
a creative. But back in my time when I graduated high school in 07. That wasn't like a cool thing to be like a creative and make clothes. My mama was like, you a straight A student, you going to school, girl, you gonna be a nurse. Like this what you gonna do. And I knew I was a creative person. I would draw in class. Nobody tap my
Get on my
shoulder
nerves.
and say, no,
I
I'm
was
serious. Like I would be in a class drawing outfits and Lizzie McGuire and this, and nobody never tapped me on my shoulder and said,
Like, you good at that.
you should make clothes. Like nobody.
Because it wasn't
Nobody.
normal to them.
Yeah.
That
Like
wasn't
nobody, not a soul. Like nobody ever said, "Oh my God, you could draw. Like you could be a graphic designer. You could," because it wasn't cool then. So when I was doing it, they like, "She weird as hell." Like, but really, you just
It's
a
a
creative
thing.
person. Your mind operates differently,
And it's not weird being different.
It's not. It's a
actually
beautiful
cool.
thing.
Now it's in, and it's
It
cool.
is.
Followers.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like people
It is
don't
cool
understand
now.
creatives. Like, even just me growing up, like my whole life, I always been in art school, modeling, like all that. I always been in touch with that type of stuff. So now as I get older, it's like every day, like I said, like I wake up with a new idea and I bring it to
You
life.
want to bring it to life.
I bring it to life, and now I bring it to my dad, for example, and it's like they don't understand. Like they just don't understand. Like
They want you to have a one-track mind.
exactly, and it's like I get it as a parent. Like you want your child to be like this. What they doing?
The
They
model
gonna grow,
child.
right? They want you to grow in this one thing, but it's like no, like some people have multiple ideas and they have
Yes.
things that could do something. So I feel like it is hard for people to understand you as a creator.
I also think that when it comes to anybody getting in business, and when I teach people at the top, you need to be original. You need to be different. Everybody wants to be a business owner these days.
Yeah.
Everybody
For the look.
selling this. Everybody
For the
selling
look.
Exactly. You need to stand out for if the average person walks up to you, you're able to sell anything because you're that original. People
Yes.
love originality. They buy it.
Yes, like I went, I had a job interview one day, and I had sat with the lady, and it was just a regular interview, but she was just like, it's something about you that tell me, like, you do something other than work. Like, you not just a worker.
She knew that.
I'm like, yeah, like, I own a boutique, I do this and do that. And it's like, she could tell that just based off, like, how I'm talking to her, how I'm moving. Like, she could tell, like, this person does much more. So that's what comes with, like, being original.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I was thinking about opening a beauty spa, I'm like, beauty spas are boring. I'm like, what if I only have a black?
What led, because I wanted to ask, what led you up to open a beauty salon? How did
The
that
people
go?
in the beauty bar kept on running to the beauty supply 10 times a day. So
Bing.
like, they used to
Where was
keep
that across the
Bingo.
street?
Girl,
It
no,
didn't
it
even
was
run around
around
here for
35th on
real.
Giles.
Yes.
They was traveling to go to the beauty
Smart.
supply. I'm in Bridgeport, predominantly white. It's no black-owned beauty supplies.
No, it's not.
It's no black. I'm not gonna say black-owned beauty supplies. Beauty supplies that have black products that's for black hair.
Right.
You have
That
to go
tends to black
down
people.
there
That's what I'm
by
saying,
35th and King Drive. So I'm like, this space came open. I'm like, I'm finna open a beauty supply. I'm like, I just can't be
Right.
regular. I love different. I'm like,
Right.
I only want black-owned products. At first, I did not
That's
think
so
it was
smart.
like possible because
smart.
I'm like, okay, I don't know this many black people with black products. But when I did the interviews, do y'all know what Shark Tank is? The TV
Yes.
show?
Yes.
I watched Shark
Gee,
Tank.
the block was like Shark Tank. They was coming in and I was interviewing them. I'm like, you want to talk to me? Like, oh
I
my
love
God.
Shark
And we
Tank.
filled up the entire store with black-owned,
Yes,
black-owned
you did.
business.
Yes.
I just
And it's
was
so
like,
full in there.
girl, I feel like
Look, so it's crazy. I didn't even know that was a beauty supply because, of course, I ride past it every day to
Yeah.
get here. So I see Prima Lash and Beauty Bar, and for some reason I'm thinking you got two beauty bars. I didn't notice
They
until
super
Stu
identical.
came. She got makeup did. She like, I just got the
I
lashes.
just got Brittany.
So I'm like, it's a fucking beauty supply around
yeah,
here.
like,
people
yes.
loved it.
So I'm like, that comes in so handy because I do makeup. So I'm like, okay,
So I
I
said,
ride
yeah,
past this
she
place
got a
every
beauty
day.
supply store and it sell all black products,
Yes.
lashes, whatever. Tell your clients to go get
Yes.
some lashes from Whitney.
yeah, I just feel like black.
Cause it's right down the street.
I just feel like black beauty is just, we just don't have the platform. We don't know sometimes it's about who you know. We don't know the people. Like, I just really wanted to give that platform. And this is one girl, she's like the best seller at the whole thing. And she's just really about her brand and it shows through sales. So I'm like, I'm just so happy I give people a platform. It was super rough.
That's amazing. I love it.
I love
Then let me tell y'all
I'm
what
all for community, so I love what you're doing because it's hard to run a store and it's hard to sell a
Yes.
product just online, and sometimes people want that product right then and right now, especially beauty things. Like, you want a lash right then, right now. You want a comb or a rose, whatever it might be.
Or a rose.
Or a rose, right then, right now. You don't want to
Gotta
wait.
be good to sell.
So
I do sell it.
she selling.
I sell them all the
Yeah,
time.
So that's why I
Rose
said
line?
it. Yeah,
I didn't
she got them
know.
all in the front. So it's just like, it's convenient.
Yeah.
And I love that because I love seeing us think about like us, you know, because we need each other.
Yes, I love it. I love it here. I
Period.
love both of you guys. I'm so happy that you guys.
Yes, we love it too.
I love it. So is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Anything that we got Valentine's Day coming up? Y'all ready?
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
ready for the posters and all the? Do you guys have any Valentine's planned?
I have a balance.
You got.
Well, I got one too, and I went crazy on Sweetest Day, so I'm looking for that energy back. So I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of a ring.
Big.
I want to be proposed to. I hope you're watching this.
Oh my God! You ready for marriage?
I'm done with it.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 26.
I'm done.
I've been with my
with it.
boyfriend 12 years.
Yeah, she been with
I
me
want a
for
ring.
long time.
Long time.
Not right now, but right now. So I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna come back with my ring.
That's
and be
amazing.
like,
I love that.
I
I
love
love when people been together that long and shit.
That's a
It's
beautiful-
so
I love
beautiful.
love.
And I just love that y'all can grow together. That's what's important to me. A lot of people don't want to grow together.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I
I finally
love it.
found my person I want to grow with.
oh my God.
Look at Stu, she like, yeah,
Look,
that's
all
what we be cooking the
my,
meals for. 'Cause
Yes.
you be getting
All
down.
the sweets when she be treated,
Yeah.
we not gonna get
I
to
mean,
know.
I like finally found someone that I feel like I can like literally like thrive with, and that wants the best for me and like willing to like pour into me and I pour into him. And it's very, very, very hard. Well, it has been very difficult for me to find that. And I've dated, I've tried, I've never given up on love because I just personally feel like it's always someone out there that sees things the way you see it. You know, you might not have came across it yet, but it's gonna be somebody out there that like understand where you coming from. And
it's crazy.
and even though y'all might go through certain things, like as long as y'all got this same like common goal, that it's like able to like, you know, work out. And I'm 32. I haven't had kids yet, and I'm ready to have children. I never wanted children at an early age. My mom was a young mom. I always said, like, I would have children late. I would be well established, and I would have everything that I desire before I had kids, and I brought kids into this world.
That's a smart mindset.
And I'm grateful that I made it this far with someone that doesn't have kids as well.
Oh my
and
God.
it's also
That is so
on when I'm
amazing.
That's a
on.
gem.
And it's just like we're like doing what we doing, and we're planning. Like we're like planning, like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna buy a house. Then we're gonna get engaged. Then we're gonna get married. Then we're gonna have a baby. Then we're gonna move.
I love that.
Then we're gonna, you
That's
know,
what I'm saying.
like
Growing
that's
together
what
and
it's
playing.
about. Grow
Exactly.
and playing, and not so much. Oh, you can't buy me a Gucci purse, so I can't buy you today.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like it's you know, when I was younger, I looked at what guys had. And I'm gonna say this, like, I'm 10 years older than you, and I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. When I was a young girl and I was your age, I looked and measured a guy based off the money he had. But you know what I ran into? So many guys that mistreated me because they had money and they had more than I had and more opportunity. And they belittled me, they talked down on me, they made me feel small. And in retrospective, I was better than them the whole time.
Exactly.
And I turned out better than them. And I'm still doing better than them. Not even to compare, but when someone treats you that way and makes you feel like, oh, you're a stripper, you a brand, you ain't never gonna have no store, you ain't gonna never.
Right.
And it's like, then you sit up and build that, and you think about those things. And then you go back and you're like, well, look at you and look at me. I was on this same dream 5 years ago.
Exactly.
And now you get to ride past my store with the lights on and the pink X and see, like, she did what she said she was going to do, but you didn't do what you said you was going to do.
Exactly.
So it's important to not look at a man based off what he has, because money is temporary.
Nowadays, like,
It's temporary.
Yes, it is. Like,
You just because you got money this year don't mean you might have a bag next year.
Don't mean you don't. You have
and
a
they not
brain.
even.
A lot of people
they not
don't.
doing nothing with it.
A lot of
Yeah.
Like, your money not gonna
It
double,
is
triple.
for so
no
many.
plans.
That's all they have.
Yo,
And
so
nothing
that's what I
else.
was
And
just
that's all
saying.
they got.
Yes, they be having all the money and no head on what to do
None.
with it, how to flip it. You
None.
all,
And I feel like that's what make you have a, like, you can have a bag, but it's like you still might got a
It's-
poor mentality.
It's more than
And you might be a terrible person.
You can have a bad attitude. You can be
Yeah,
a
you
mama's
can be a
boy,
terrible
sucking on your mama's
person.
titty.
Exactly. So it's basically about a person characteristics for me.
Yes.
It's so much deeper.
That's how
It is. It's so much deeper than
Exactly. Like, nowadays I do pay attention to, like, a person mindset, what's their goals and all that. Then it's like, okay, the money, that's I'm gonna think about that, but it's like, it's more so about the type of person you is for real. Cause it's like, I need to know if you.
Because a man will dangle money in your face too.
Exactly.
He'll be like, okay, I got this, but what you gonna do for it?
Nothing.
And that's a lot of them is.
What you gonna do for
Not a
it?
damn thing.
So it's just like when you got your own and
It
you
feel
established,
better. Yeah.
it's just better, and you get to see. Like, it's a great quote that says, when you have your own money, you can pick and choose who
Exactly.
you want. You don't have to settle
Exactly.
for nobody
And you could
or
deal with
nothing.
And the real color's gonna come out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like you get to say, I ain't gonna fuck with the nigga that called me a B word because he mad at me, or like you get to deal with the guy that's opening your doors and kissing your feet because it's like you are an amazing woman, not because he a goofy or not, it's because he values the kind of woman that you are. And in this society, it's so sad that men that be into women that's doing what they supposed to do, they look at as thumbs. And they looked as goofies, but it's like, no, my bitch is bad, and I'm willing to go the extra mile for her. You don't know how that feel, because you don't got nobody like that in your corner. So you can't even look at people that don't have that. You gotta just be like, they don't get it. You know, they don't get it.
Yes.
The girls that get it.
And the ones that don't.
Exactly. I
Period.
agree.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say, I don't got no plans for Valentine's Day.
But I mean, living.
you ain't going out, though.
No, I ain't gonna.
I'm surprised you ain't
I could go out, but it's like, you know how, like, a person just want to take you out, and it's because they know, like,
just cause,
like it's Valentine's Day, for example.
or
It's
in a
Valentine's
negative
Day.
sense.
No, in a good sense, like, okay, let's say you've been talking to somebody and they know Valentine's coming up, so they like, we finna do this, and that. but it's just they motive to that. And
Okay,
it's like,
I got a question.
that.
I have a question.
What?
From like, you a single woman, right?
Let me take a drink before the
Okay.
question.
What you gonna ask me?
So, like, okay, let's switch roles. Look, now I got a question.
Okay, now I got a question.
Wait, okay, y'all taking my motherfucker.
Come on, this your practice for your radio show. Come on.
No, I really do have a question.
Okay, what's up?
You a single woman, and what if a guy says, like, a guy that you like, and you might just frequently talk to, and he's like, can I be your Valentine? Like, how will you go about that? Like, would you be willing to take that chance and say,
Right.
I'm gonna be romance today. I don't know what today may bring, and have that open mind.
Right,
And
okay.
see what the night might bring. It
Okay,
might turn into
okay.
something.
No, you right. So even taking Valentine's Day out the picture, like I had times where it's like I meet somebody and
They're
they
really
romance
nice.
me,
Right.
they take me, we go out to eat. It's like we've been knowing each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We get it cracking, it is that. But then it's like I also have a problem with like knowing a guy intention is to just he finna do all this just to have sex. And
But
it's like,
is that your like, do you have that mentality already? Like, are you prejudging him because
Right.
you are who you are to think that that's
Right.
what he on? But he may genuinely just be saying, it's Valentine's Day, I'm single, she's single, I
Right.
like her, like,
Right.
I want to show her that
I think I just be on the edge. I just feel
Right,
like
that's
everybody,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, these days, like
You
I
be
said,
on
like,
the- and ain't
these
nothing wrong
days,
with that.
I'm like, I don't know, like, what's
You don't
his
know which is
intention?
which.
Why me?
Yeah.
Where you come from?
Which
Who
is
sent
which.
you? You know somebody I used to deal with? Like,
Yeah.
what?
Right.
So now I'm just real like,
Your guard is up.
sir.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, like my guard is up now, but it's been times where like I have just, hey, you single, I'm single, we feeling each other, we rock out, and them be the best
Best times,
Kidnapped for 2 weeks, gone.
Right.
Like they'll be
That's
the
usually how it
best.
starts. That's usually
No,
how it
no,
starts.
no,
Butterfly
it
stage.
starts just like that, and them be the best. But now I'm in a position where I feel like a lot of people, because lately, like I've been dealing with people that have motives with me, like for some reason,
Nah,
like it's some
that's
type
weird.
of motive. So now I am like.
On guard.
I'm very on guard now. I don't know these days. So lately, I just been to myself. So for Valentine's Day, I am going out with my cousin, my friends, because that's love.
Valentine.
Yeah.
That's love. So I'm going out with my family.
I love it.
Just going out with my family, and yeah, I mean, I might. No,
Living your young years.
I
Living
know,
your
right?
freedom. You don't have to be
I might get a
tied down.
little
some
rose
fun.
petal with a tub or something.
Exactly.
Live in that.
I don't
Embrace
know.
that.
But see, that's another thing. Like,
I think you
don't-
should definitely embrace
Gee,
it.
like, that's the problem. Like,
only
I be
22,
thinking
but-
exactly. That's another thing I'm working on. Like, I be thinking too deep, and I need to learn how to just have fun. Like lately, like okay, like I mostly be
Every
around-
guy isn't going to be the guy.
exactly, and I'm
It's not.
right. I'm fine with that. So, but lately, like I hang around women that's like y'all age. A lot of my friends is crazy. It's crazy because a lot of my friends are way older than me. They like 27, 28. For some reason, I just click with those women, but I just start hanging around with people that's like my age. I'm like, damn, like we'll be kicking it. I just be sitting there.
I was the same way.
I be
when was
real,
your age. It's funny.
I be real like reserved, and that's just the type of person I am. But I be like, damn, like they having hella fun. Like I noticed.
Do I think too hard?
Yes, like I'm just noticing, like damn, they having fun, like they just doing whatever. Like, why am I'm not this open, or why I'm not having fun like the people that's really my age having fun. So
But
it's like
but do you feel like you uptight, or do you feel like
I'm not uptight. It's just like I just always been to myself. Like I'm the only child, so I always been to myself. Like I said, a lot of people I be with do be older than me. You know, the conversation's different. So I don't even be around people for real that's like my age. But when I do get around them, I'll just be like, damn, like I need to look like shit.
As
I
an
need
only
to get with
child,
these
I
people.
can honestly say I'm the only child too. You know that, and like
Yes.
on my mom's side, and I feel like a lot of times I had to grow up like really
Fast, though.
early.
That's
you know,
what I'm saying.
I had like a keys to my house very early. I like made dinner for myself very early.
Yes.
Everything I did was like my mom was like branding me into being an adult. At
Yes,
an early
that's
stage.
how I feel.
I was very mature for my age. I very rarely gave my mom any problems
Yep,
because
same.
I knew like it was just
It's
us,
just you.
and my
Exactly.
daddy is like across the sea working, like
Exactly.
you know, so he can't come to my rescue all the time.
Exactly.
And it's just like I was trying to be like independent. And I didn't want to put any more pressure on my mom than I know was
Exactly.
already on her. So I feel you on that.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of times as an only child, you do feel like a loner. You do feel
Yes.
like Like, oh, I'm off to myself and I like to be more to myself. So I'm like telling you to do have like more of an open mind and kind of like just relax a little bit, because you only get one life. You're only gonna be here once.
Exactly.
You're only gonna be 22 once. And if I'm 10 years older than you, I can honestly tell you, at your age, those were the best times. I had the best times.
Right.
But now I would never want to be 22 again, because I took on those times and I valued that time of being 22 and doing every single thing that I felt and acted on. So I don't think that you should think too deeply about it and experience.
That's
Okay,
what
so I
I'm
got a
learning.
question.
Experience.
It's my TV show now.
Yeah, I never had no. Y'all the first one to take
We
over
didn't
my
take over
show.
the show.
So this is just going off of
Right.
Gabby
I
comment.
love it.
And Stu, y'all can answer. Is it importance in dating? Like, how important is it to just date? Because
Very important.
Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all my
Important.
background.
Yes, it is.
I personally did not date.
Yes, you should, G. You should date.
You telling me? I'm telling you what I did. I personally did not date. I've been with the same boy since I was in 8th grade.
You
so
need
I
to
haven't
date.
got out and experienced.
It's too late for Whitney. She about to get engaged.
Right.
in a
It's
week.
late for me. So, Stu, what is the importance of dating?
The importance of dating
I get why,
is
but I know why it's important.
being able to see men in a different realm.
Exactly.
You'll be able to see what it is you want. And dating doesn't mean sex, doesn't mean kissing, doesn't mean getting. You don't even have to get close to a guy. Like, y'all could just sit across the table from each other and you're like talking to your mama after dinner. You're like, yeah, I could never date a nigga that work at the railroad. That ain't for me.
Yeah.
So now you know that you don't want that type of guy that work. You know you don't want the guy that is divorced with 3 kids. You know that at the end of the day, if you don't experience certain things, it's so easily for you to get trapped in them. Innocence is a scary thing. People take advantage of innocence and they thrive off you not knowing.
Yeah.
Like, they thrive off you
not
not being
experienced.
aware of the others. They're like, oh, she don't know nothing.
Right. She don't know
So
what
I can
somebody
sell
else
her
has done to
anything.
me.
I can sell her anything. So it's like, I think that people fool like experience with being hoish. And just because you're experienced doesn't mean that you're a whore and you're loose and you're giving yourself away to guys. You can just be like, no, I just was dating him. We had a couple dates. I went home and I just realized that's not the type of guy I like. So now you're able to differentiate, and like what I say, you're able to make a list and say, I want the guy that has this and the guy that has that. And that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
You have the ability to say, and you are in a certain stature of life to say, this is only what I want, and this is what I'm going to seek. Now you know you don't got to go over here, over there, or over there. You in this category.
You know your target audience.
Exactly.
You know your target audience.
you like.
I like that.
And you a winner. You gonna win in that audience. Wanna know why? Because this is all you like. So 1 out of 10.
You don't like it.
You know, whereas if you dating and you don't know what you like, 1 out of 10 gonna work. Once you know what you like, 1 out of 3 gonna work.
Exactly.
And you gonna eventually say, you know what? Okay, I dated him. I did 3 days. You like, I like him. I might want to go with him. Next thing you know, it's going to the next level.
Yeah,
it's that. You don't have to continuously guess. To me, that's why a lot of women cheat. To me, that's why a lot of women sneak around and they're like really sneaky and they do like all these different things because they didn't never experience it. That's why you have the woman that's been married 20 years, go out of town and she's having sex with somebody on a boat in Miami because she never been on a boat a day in her life because she had 5 kids when she was 20.
Oh, hell no.
You know, like that's the truth though. And I'm not saying that it's right or it's wrong, but it happens to people because they don't get those certain experiences. Just like the kid that goes to college and the first time they get there at a party, they do coke.
Cause they parents didn't get them no leeway, no fun.
They never talk to them about drugs. They never, nobody never had that conversation with them and say, well, you know, we go to the party and we do a little drugs.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
So I ain't gonna lie, like I be dating. I think it's important to know what you like. That's just me finding out what I like, what I don't like.
Too.
But do I want to continuously, like, if I just, you got girls that just go out and they going out to eat with multiple people.
That's because they
every other
broke.
day. Right. It's like, I ain't gonna lie.
They don't have no money.
Right, like, I ain't gonna lie.
They're hungry.
Right now in my life, I turned down dates for real. Like, cause it's like, I know I'm young, but like, I've been on hella dates. I done met a lot of different people. Like, I did all that, so I ain't gonna lie. Like, right now, I'm really focused on like building what I got.
It'll come to you though. At a certain point,
exactly.
You don't have to go look
that's
for
how
it.
I feel. Like, right now, I'm gonna.
And once you got a whip up, and you don't want to keep doing it no way.
Right.
Like,
So it's like right now, I'm just like, whoever for me gonna eventually fall in my lap. But
all these businesses you bossed up, it's gonna come to you for sure.
Yeah, so
it's gonna come.
You're gonna be like, stop coming.
Yeah. Stop
For
coming.
real. It's gonna come.
Right.
And it's gonna be when you least expect.
And when you find your person, that's your person, and you gonna love it. Don't you love it too?
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing I'm learning too. Is like I feel like I met my person, but it's like whole time. A lot of people right now is lessons for me, but it's like I have felt like, oh damn, I just met my person, but it's like damn, like you said, like you 10 years older than me, like I got probably 20 more niggas to meet. And it's like I haven't met them yet, and I'm up here thinking like this is my person.
But you know what's so deep? It might only be 3 niggas.
Right.
Like everybody is different, you know, and I've had relationships, long relationships. I've definitely had relationships
I never
that
had no
lasted
real
years.
relationship.
And then I've had like, you know, flings and just different situations. And I'm very happy with the things that I went through. And I am never ashamed, will never be ashamed of dating or going through those transitions in my life, because every guy that I've ever actually taken seriously value me as a woman, and we went through whatever we went through, and it just didn't work out,
and that's fine,
and that's fine, you know. And at the end of the day, I'm just happy that I didn't have a kid behind it, and that's something that I made sure that I wouldn't do. The guy that I choose to settle down with will be the man that has my children. And that's something that I know, and I always knew since I was a little girl, because that's what my mother did, and that's what she embedded in me. It's just me. And my mom said, once I could have another baby, and it didn't work out with your dad, I said I didn't want any more kids. And I value that, because I'm like,
that's
my
deep.
mom could have, you know, different kids, and I could have dealt with so much different things in my life, but I didn't have to.
Right.
And I was like, I'm happy to be the only child, and I also love my brothers and sisters as well, and it worked for all of us. But at the end of the day, you have those choices that you're like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Like I always say, you can take a page from everybody's book and then make your own book.
Exactly.
I like what you did here, but I don't like what you did over there.
Create what you like.
And you create what you like. And it might not take you long. It might not take you, you know, as long as it took us. And you might not be with the guy like how Whitney settled down at such a young age and they're still together. It's girls out here that do that and they're not with the guy. It don't last 2 years. But they still try and it just don't work. So everybody's story different. And I just feel like have an open mind to yours. You never know. Like some guy might sweep you off your feet 2 months from now. You might be engaged, married. Nobody never knows.
Yeah, you don't know.
I would say also, don't let nobody, you're so young, don't let nobody embed, oh, when are you going to have kids? When are you going to have kids? I don't know why people keep on.
Oh, when you going to do this or do that?
Yeah, stop putting the age.
I probably won't have kids. I ain't gonna lie, like, I truly feel like, for me, I would have kids when I'm like 30, 31. Like, I feel like that's the best time
experience.
I live.
Yeah.
I feel like that's important.
I feel like 30 and up is the time when people really should be having kids. Your 20s are for you to live.
Yes.
I'm grateful to have been settled that time I had a kid. And at 25, a lot of people are not settled. I was, and I had a kid, so I'm happy. But if I could have waited, I would have waited. Like, I have so much more to see, to live, before I actually want to settle down. So don't let nobody push you into that.
Yes, and I feel like a lot of people do. I hear the whole, I don't want to have a baby when I'm this age. I'm going to be too old. They're going to be. And it's like, no, it's about having a baby so you can teach them everything you learn. Like, you want to be already, like, developed in the mind mentally so you can teach your kid, oh, don't do that. But if I'm having a baby right now, no offense, like, to nothing or nobody who had a baby young, but I feel like I'm still growing for real. And it's like, how can I teach my kid for real? And I'm still trying to figure out who I am or what I think.
As a person,
yeah. So it's like that's something I want to do. I definitely want to wait to have a child. Like, I really, if it was, I seen the topic on Twitter, the whole baby mama thing. I gotta
follow your Twitter.
Girl, the Twitter is going up. Stu control Twitter. Okay,
so what you be telling the people?
Twitter.
Okay, wait your radio
So,
show.
I'll pay for those.
yes, Stu has a podcast coming out. We supporting her over here. So everybody on Fly Girls Talk, make sure
Yes,
y'all.
I can't wait. It's
Yes.
called Stirring the Pot with Stu.
Yes, so
And it's gonna be so fun.
These
I
girls
can't
gonna
wait.
tussle.
Yes, and my first episode will be with my dad, and we're gonna
Oh my
talk
God,
about
yes.
me being a stripper and how he thought of
No,
what he thought
really?
about it. Yeah, we're gonna get
love it.
real deep.
I love it.
We're gonna get real deep.
I
And
love it.
I'm gonna just
I
stir
know
the
it's gonna
pot.
up.
Make sure y'all support
Stir the
her.
pot.
Don't bring me on that starting pot.
Girl, bring me, cause I be.
You wanna
I got-
stir the pot?
I wanna stir the pot.
I wanna say like
love
stuff
that
that
name.
people gonna be like, she said that. Like,
Yeah.
I love
It's
that name.
going
It
up.
intrigues me to think. What's she stirring? What's up in that pot? What seeds
Yeah.
did she use? I want to know.
I'm
the
dead.
stuff that people don't wanna say.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
wait,
that
wait.
for you.
That
Yeah, so right, so when I do have a kid, I ain't gonna lie, I do want to be married and have my kid first. I think that's every woman, of course we want that, but
Yeah.
I
Yes.
don't be like thinking like, damn, like being a baby mama sucks, cause you know
you
life
know what?
happens.
I think
Life
I
happens.
want it solidified. I'm not gonna say I have to be married. I will want to be married, but I will want my foundation solidified. Like I will know that that's next.
Yeah, I feel
Like it ain't gonna like we gonna stand the test of time. You know.
I can say
yes.
I would not have another kid unless I'm married. Only
Yes.
because motherhood comes with so much. You sacrifice so much for motherhood. And for me to still be growing with this person, it's like, why don't I have a ring? We have deeper problems. What's going on at this point?
Yeah.
So
like,
yeah.
do you want us to be
Yeah,
a union?
but you want me to make this big commitment and push this baby out and breastfeed
yeah,
for a
and
year.
have another one
Man.
and another one.
And that's
Yeah.
my thing, like,
Yeah.
I have a problem with attachment. So it's like, I can't imagine having a baby with somebody right now. And it's like,
That's me too.
I like to
don't
leave. I'm a leaver.
Don't leave.
Yeah.
No, I like to, like, I can't imagine having a baby with you and we don't work out, but I'm tied to you for 18 years.
Yeah,
And
I would be
I don't like
traumatized.
no ties.
I would
like,
be traumatized.
Well, you have to go really into it.
I would.
No, you have to go
Me
into
too.
it with
Like,
knowing
damn,
like it's
you own my name.
an uphill battle for real. Like nothing's perfect. You don't really know a man until they say till you live on the note till you have a baby back.
No, that's very true.
And sometimes they don't know, they wasn't raised on how to be a person. They don't have the support system that you have, or it's really an uphill battle. So it really tests the strings in your relationship to know
It
how
does.
strong is these
Y'all
bonds.
getting deep, man. We
Okay.
getting good now.
Do we need a second episode?
I think I'm gonna have to
You need
break.
a part two.
Right, I think I'm gonna have to break this
I
one
know,
down
Whitney.
in sections. because-
Okay.
Like Whitney said she need a part.
It was a great run.
She ready to go. Keep going.
It
Yes,
was great.
like-
I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, I like to leave. Period. That's my.
What's your
thing.
sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Girl, what's your birthday?
November 19th.
My baby daddy is Scorpio, and baby, y'all are
Oh.
mean. Y'all are so mean. I'm a Cancer. I'm so
Look,
nice.
Stu
Oh
hate
my
the
God, my
zodiac
boyfriend
shit.
a Cancer.
Girl, I don't know how we match. He's so mean, and I'm so
They
nice.
is
No,
fucking-
As a
y'all
Scorpio-
is soft as hell,
Wait, what are you?
G.
I'm a Cancer. 7-11. I'm a
They
Cancer.
are so emotional.
That's why I was say y'all ass crybabies.
Gee, my boyfriend
I
is
don't
so
like
mean. I'd be like, you're not a people
He's
person.
not mean.
Gee,
You're a crybaby.
no, I just am
He's not
a
mean.
soul. I'm really like India Arie at the heart.
You think you Erica
I'm
Badu?
I'm India Arie.
No, girl, I don't know how we attract.
Yeah,
no,
you're
Scorpio-
a free spirit, and he's just like
No,
stern.
I can honestly say like Scorpio. We come off as mean, but it's like we just real to ourselves, and we observant. Like I'm a observer. A lot of people look at me and they don't want to talk to
Why
me.
would
They
you say
think-
toxic like that?
No, like a lot of people look at me and they be scared. They like I don't know. It just give off intimidation. Like it's like oh don't talk to her. Like I just have a look to me. It's like don't come up to me. But it's like when you do talk to us,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like
Nice.
Outgoing.
Somebody else's perception
like-
has nothing to do with you. You shouldn't have
exactly. So
perceived
it's
me
like
that way.
I feel like you just have to be patient with us so we can open up to you. But like once we open, we open.
Yeah.
So I had that problem. Stu hate the zodiac stuff.
Yes, I do. Because people can be whatever they want to be at any given time. But I can say that some signs do hold like that certain like, you know.
I need something about
thing.
everybody that's like similar with that.
Yeah, that's similar, but I personally feel like anybody can be that way. Like,
Me too.
you know, so it's just like people so wishy-washy that it don't even matter.
Yes.
Like, it don't even matter. But it's just like you said, you do see the similarities in some signs. But for the most part, you can be whatever you want to be. If you wake up, you want to be that way today, that's who you are. You can be a Virgo today if you want to be.
Yeah, I'm not too big on the little zodiac stuff. Only when it comes to me, but like when it comes to other people, I'm not judging them. Like, oh, you were that, and
I
then
can't
it's like
talk
my
to
ex
you.
was like that. Now you done fucked up the whole vibe.
Oh, now I can't talk to you because you. That's what my ex used to be like. What?
He like us we kids.
Shut up. Like,
Yes.
shut up.
Okay, anything else y'all want to speak on? Or you guys?
Well, I really just want to say
we can talk
thank
about
you
you.
for the opportunity.
Yes,
I want to
thank
say
you.
I enjoyed it. I feel like the conversation really flowed and we really bounced off of each other.
Yes,
and I really
I had
cannot
fun.
wait to meet you all in the billionaire circles. I know y'all mindset where I'm at. And make sure you guys shop Cream and Lash and Beauty
Yes,
Supply.
shop Cream of Lash and Beauty Bar. Get your lashes did. Do you do lashes or you?
No,
She
I
don't
don't
do
do lashes, but we
no
have 4 lash techs in
4
those.
lash techs.
It's a
Go
full
get your
service
lash.
beauty salon, I'm sorry, and go right next door to the beauty supply when you're done.
Yes, go shop with her. And Stu, make sure you guys support Stu, support her podcast. I can't
Yes.
personally wait. I'm just excited.
Girl, I am so
I'm
happy.
I'm so excited
I'm happy for
about
all
my
of us.
podcast. So shop at the store. It's
Yeah.
at 5 East 83rd Street. I'm open Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6, Sunday 12 to 4.
Yes.
And I'm online. Everything's online. And the podcast is dropping 2/22/22. And
Oh, okay, that's
really
what we
excited.
doing.
2/22/22.
So I'm really
can't
gonna try to
wait.
push to get this show out before you drop your first episode. So
Yes,
you can
you should.
Yeah, so you can post like
Yeah,
get them
and promote.
riled up and ready. So
because
I'm pushing
I
for that.
have like so many different ideas, and y'all know like I'm content queen.
Yes.
So like y'all gonna be like she snapped.
No, you
Like
right.
all my ideas, like I'm just been writing them down.
Yes.
And I'm gonna like snap when it comes to like different things I've spoken about. All my tweets that went viral, I'm gonna bring all of those about and just show people like why I actually even came up with this idea. And I just think that it is going to do really well.
It
Like
is.
I told y'all, I'm trying to act more off my personality and who I am. I think that I belong on TV, on radio, on something. And
Yes.
it's not because I'm vain or it's genuinely
your energy the
because
type of person.
I feel like that is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I'm
Amen.
supposed to be like somewhere doing something when it comes to like media, acting, whatever. So I'm trying to tie into
Nah,
that.
yeah.
And it's hard, it's difficult because it's like a fight between making
Exactly.
clothes and also like
Yes.
media. But I'm learning. I'm becoming more comfortable with it. Like talking, I'm trying to like show people more of who I am and how much I like do this with my family. And I host stuff and I cook and I do this everywhere I go. I'm just like a ball of sunshine, and I want
Yes.
people to see that. Like I want people to know that everything not about clothes with me.
Exactly.
It's about lifestyle. It's about family. It's about
Exactly. Especially
cooking.
family.
These are the things I
It's so
love to
crazy.
do.
Your personality is what's gonna bring you to millions.
I
swear
feel
to
that
God.
way.
Yes.
You think it's gonna be
I
it's
feel
gonna
that
be your
way.
personality? People
Yes.
gonna gravitate
I
to
feel
you.
that
I
way.
just wanna, baby. How much you want me to pay to listen to that podcast?
Yes.
Baby,
I feel that
that's the
way,
one.
and I
Yeah.
feel that I don't act on it enough. And I
And
think
I feel like, yeah, I feel like
should.
a lot of just women, period, in business should act on more of showing who you are. 'Cause
Yes.
it's like people love that. Like,
But you
and
know what? We
That's
get
a whole
so
nother
much.
topic.
We get so much flack for being.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I go into a
cursing, you
shell.
shaking your ass, you doing
yes.
this.
And
Oh,
like,
you
she a hoe because she doing this. Like, damn,
So
I'm
it's
just having
like
fun.
that's why women like, oh, I'm a business owner. Oh, I'm
Yes.
so perfect. Oh,
It's like,
I'm
no,
this.
I'm
Because they're
turned.
so afraid, and it's like, no, I suck dick. I'm a bad bitch. I do this.
Yes, like I'm
Don't be-
turned. I be wanting to show that to
No.
so bad. I haven't got to that point, but
Yeah,
I be
I'm
wanting
trying to get
turn
out
up.
that
Like,
Because-
business shell.
Honestly, that's what people like.
Yeah, people love originality. They love you being
That's what
crazy.
people like. They want to hear what you
want that.
doing. Like they want to see you fall, bust your ass, get back up. Like
right.
Girl, I uploaded
'Cause
a
we
reel.
all human.
I uploaded a reel. My daughter tore the whole house up.
I,
Girl,
I,
the reel
I
went
couldn't
viral.
believe that baby did
I
that.
said-
I could not
I
believe
swear to
it.
God.
Not a little bit.
The real went
Yes, she
viral.
did.
Like, y'all want to see my nasty house? How my daughter just tore up this house, and you see me cleaning up like a
because
slave.
it's transparent.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
fall in love with transparency.
Yeah.
And they tired of seeing made up stuff. That's how I
Everything,
feel.
the black girl luxury thing, everything just super like overly
Over the
Girl,
top.
oh my, that's gonna be a whole nother time. I'm gonna have to write that down.
Yeah, you should.
Like that's I'm gonna type
Cut
of
this.
that.
Look, you
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna close this show out. I just want to tell everyone that's tuned in to tap into all your creative sides. Don't be afraid to follow all of your dreams. Whatever you want to do, just do it. Don't let nobody stop you from doing it. And that will be the end of Fly Girls Talk episode 2. Bye. Thank y'all for watching.